What should you do if you're injured in a summertime fireworks accident? Well, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public. So please subscribe to our channel. You know, when we talk about family law, we often talk about issues regarding divorce and custody and all that, but family law is broader than that. Family law has to do with anything that might impact the family. That's why it's called family law. And because of that, since it's becoming a season appropriate, we're going to talk about injuries that occur with respect to fireworks. Because in the context of a family, we get this all the time, that maybe there's a visitation thing going on. Dad is letting the kids play with fires or sparklers or fireworks, and somebody gets hurt. And what happens with the liability? First come, first serve. The first thing you got to do, somebody gets injured in a fireworks accident, number one, you get medical help right away. You do not worry about the legal issues before the medical ones, okay? Call 911, get medical help, make sure that, because it is sometimes so important to get an immediate medical response. It could be the difference between, saving a limb, saving fingers, a serious injury, a not serious injury. Timing is everything. So number one, you've got to resolve the medical issues. Number two, you got to document. You got to take photos. You got to save evidence. What happened? How it happened? How bad were the injuries? What's the scenario like? Is it a supervised scenario? Find out who's responsible. Sometimes it could be that the kids are injured in a fireworks accident because there was improper supervision. There was no oversight. They were left to their own devices and they didn't know how to handle these incendiaries. That could be it. It could also be that it was a situation where there was somebody who was a pyrotechnic guy and he knew everything about fireworks and he knew how to handle it, but instead of shooting it up, he shot it sideways and it hit someone. It may sound ridiculous, but I've had that very case. So it could be that the kids were well supervised. They were in a situation where somebody should have been able to do it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a parent screwed up. It could be the professional screwed up. Could also be that the firework itself was defective. Those things are known to misfire and not fire. There could be duds and somebody goes close because it looks like a dud and then it deploys and then somebody's injured. These things can happen. Sometimes there's a person responsible, sometimes not. You got to find out who's responsible. Certainly, don't talk to a quick insurance adjuster who calls you up and says, "Oh, I heard this happened yesterday and I want to work it out with you." Don't do that. You need to find out what actually happened, what the actual costs are going to be. Is there going to be a pain and suffering? Is there going to be disfigurement? Is there going to be future medical bills? You do not want to rush to try and make a quick settlement because you think you're being smart and you're avoiding lawyers, but meanwhile, you get stuck with bills down the road. Don't do that. It's a dreadful mistake and you're doing a disservice to yourself and or to the child who might have been injured in that situation. You know what you should really do? You should really talk to a lawyer. You should talk to somebody who's familiar with this. Talk to somebody who's handled these kind of things before. They can tell you the lay of the land. They can tell you what's going to be, what's not going to be, and they can tell you, look, you know what? This is what's going to happen. We're going to take the time to investigate this case, find out who's at fault, and resolve it with them. It could be that there's more than one party at fault. It could be that there's more than one insurance company available to compensate for the pain and suffering, mental anguish, the permanent disfigurement, the medical bills, the wage loss. Bunch of things you may not have even considered. That's why it's important to talk to a lawyer. If you have any questions about that, of course, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.
248-588-3333. 248